Hey guys, what's going on? Banana156 here with another video. Make sure to like, comment, dislike, subscribe, do all that stuff. Make sure to leave a comment. I do read them all. But yeah, so just do all that stuff and let's get right into the video. So in this video, I want to talk about the Electoral College and why it's terrible. It's kind of funny. This is the same opening that I did for the Senate video. I honestly probably could have talked about this in the Senate video, but I just wasn't thinking about it when I wrote the script for that video. But yeah, so the Electoral College. What is the Electoral College? First of all, it's the main election system for presidential races. Like it's well, each state gets assigned electoral votes based on their population, except it's not very well based on their population, and I'll get into that later. But so like California has 55 votes, I think. So if you win California, you get all 55, or like Montana has 3 votes. If you win Montana, you get all 3 votes, and first to get 270 votes wins the election. I'm pretty sure most of you guys knew that, but in case there's like a European viewer who doesn't understand the Electoral College, there you go. But yeah, it's a really stupid system and really shouldn't be in place, because states like California, which has 55 electoral votes, and Wyoming, which has 3, so 55 versus 3 electoral votes. That doesn't sound bad because you know California is quite a bit bigger than Wyoming. But if you look at the registered voter population, California has something like 16 to 18 million registered voters and 55 electoral votes. That rounds at, I don't know the math really. Oh God, I can't think of it. But yeah, so it comes out to like 500k voters per, or 90,000, no, 120k voters for 1 electoral vote. Now in Wyoming, they have 3 electoral votes, but a registered voter population of 270,000 people. That means there's 90 voters per electoral vote. There's a pretty big discrepancy there, don't you think? And that means that votes in California mean much less than they do in Wyoming. Now, that's a problem because it doesn't represent the population of the United States well at all, and that also means that, like the Senate, it is biased towards conservatives, because like California is a very progressive state and is gonna vote Democrat every time. But so all the middle states are also very Republican and very conservative, and they're most likely gonna vote Republican every time, unless you're Texas, then if you might turn blue. But that's a story for a different day. But you see what I mean? So it's biased towards lower population areas, which tend to be more conservative. And it's the same criticism of the Senate. It's anti-democratic, doesn't represent the views of the population very well at all, and it shows drastically because the Republicans haven't won a popular vote since Reagan. Like that's inexcusable. How do you consistently win presidencies without winning the popular vote ever? Like in the past 30 years, you've never won the popular vote. That's just obscene. And then you still get, how many Republican presidents have there been? George H., George W., and Donald. In 30 years, having 3 presidents, 2 of them were only 1 term, but still, that's 16 years, 16 years of Republican presidential control in like 30 years. Why are you winning half the presidencies when you don't win the popular vote ever? It's because we have a system that favors them and doesn't represent the voice of the people at all. And this is why we need to change it. Well, we don't need to change it, we need to abolish it. Like, there's no point having this. And when it was first introduced in the Continental Congress, it was a placeholder. They couldn't decide on a means of election, so they made the Electoral College, and they were going to change it later, but they never did. So it's not even meant to be permanent. It was just a placeholder until they found something better, because they didn't trust the people, which is also anti-democratic. So screw them. But yeah, they didn't. So it was just a placeholder, and it was meant to be replaced, and it hasn't been replaced yet. And the reason it's meant to be replaced is because it's shit. It's incredibly anti-democratic. It doesn't represent the views of the people. And I know I sound like I'm repeating myself. I do know that. And I hate the Electoral College, and it needs to be abolished. And I wish Biden would introduce a bill abolishing it. I know it would get no Republican votes, and it would die in the Senate because people like Joe Manchin, Christine Sinema, John Tester, Chris Coons, and the conservative Democrat squad would say no, because they're Democrats in name only. And it sucks because I don't think we'll be able to get rid of it anytime soon. But that just stresses the importance of canvassing and stuff like that, because we gotta flip states, and that's the only way we'll win. And so what is canvassing first? Well, canvassing is like having a large group of people go door to door and try and get more people on your side, basically. And I'm a really big fan of canvassing. I think it's much more effective than just dropping huge donations. And next election, I will be doing some canvassing with the boys. But yeah, if you got to canvass, and if you're in a state that might flip, make sure to get out there and spread the word. If you get out there and try and help your the better candidate win. You got it, because this is kind of a, I wouldn't call it a war, but we got to win the next couple elections, because if we don't, fascists will take power, and eventually, at least, I don't think they'll run a fascist next time, but the time after that they may. So we got to keep winning elections, and the best way to do that is flipping states, and the best way to flip states is through canvassing. So get out there and knock on people's doors, be annoying to them, and try and get them to vote for the better candidate, especially if you're in a state that's flippable. Like some states that are flippable and are important are like Texas might turn blue, Georgia's a good one to be in, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, the big swing states, always canvass there if you can. And even states like Montana is close to being blue. Montana has a Democratic governor, and Steve Bullock, the person who ran for the Senate in that state, came pretty close to winning, actually. So there's states look at states like Montana. Montana, there's a chance that it could be blue. So if you live there, canvass. And I know there's 4 people that live there, but if you do canvass, it could work. And yeah, other states that are important, like Florida, is a good one to canvass in. But remember to just get out and spread the word next election, because it'll help. Canvassing never doesn't help. So yeah, but yeah, and the only way, and if you're wondering, the only thing that should replace the Electoral College is just direct democracy, or the popular vote, because that's the actual votes of the people, and every vote is equal. One vote is the same as the other. So that's the only way. That's the best way to do it, direct democracy. I'm a big fan of direct democracy, but yeah, thank you all for watching the video. This was kind of a short one and kind of repeated myself a bit. I'm sorry about that. I probably should have just talked about this in the Senate video now that I think about it. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Remember to like, dislike, comment, subscribe. I do read all comments, so make sure to leave one. And I read them because I'll put a heart by it. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys next week. Oh, and thank you so much for the support on the videos. I really appreciate it, and I just love making videos. So thank you for supporting them. And yeah, but I'll see you guys